Welcome to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Today, we're visiting some of the national symbols, including the Capitol Building and the Supreme Court, as well as free museums and funky neighborhoods. Let's go check it out. We start our tour in one of the most diverse and eclectic neighborhoods called Adams Morgan, where we check into the Line Hotel. This boutique hotel was transformed from a 1912 neoclassical church. The guest rooms include unique details such as vintage books, rugs, paintings, and furniture. In the lobby, the church's pipe organ has been given new life as a chandelier. Even the hymnal boards were repurposed for wayfinding throughout the hotel. After grabbing a cup of coffee in the lobby, it's time to head to our first museum of the day, the National Museum of the American Indian. This is the American Indian Museum. Supposedly they have a really good cafe in here. All these food trucks. This museum not only offers impressive architecture, but it boasts one of the most expansive collections of native artifacts covering the entire Western Hemisphere. These canoes were used in Hawaii. We're inside the Native American Museum here in DC. It's a really beautiful building. I just love this pottery. All of this food was inspired by Native American cuisine. Pumpkin, corn, chile. We're going into the Native Foods Cafe. It's got the chile relleno with the wild rice and the 3-bean salad.
Thank you so much.
We got the fry bread. How is it? And solar-powered IPA. Spicy and smoky. After trying the delicious Native American cuisine, it's time to head into the extensive collection to view the artifacts from over 1,200 indigenous cultures throughout the Americas. The objects in this museum showcase how just about every facet of our culture, from sports to film, have been influenced by the native peoples. Here's an exhibit on the Grand Incan Road, El Gran Camino Inca. We're looking at the Incan exhibit. After checking out the creative pottery, it's time to switch gears completely and head to the Smithsonian National Air and Space Museum. Muy popular. This free museum highlights the iconic artifacts from the history of flight and space travel. Upon entering the museum, we view some of the most rare and historically significant aircrafts, including spacecrafts that landed on Mars and the Moon. So this is the space race exhibit, and it showcases how the Russians and the US raced to space to land on the Moon. The space race occurred right after World War II and was a US-Soviet space rivalry. The gallery showcases the impressive achievements between the two rivals to showcase how they were able to embark on a human presence in space. This is the Soviet side, and that's the United States. They're connected.
This is an Apollo 15 spacesuit, and the dirty stuff you see on it is moon dust, especially on the legs.
This right here is the first spacesuit ever from 1961. Sputnik, the first satellite ever created. How small it is. It was inspiring to see one of the greatest human achievements on display. So here you can see just how big these rockets were. Some of them can't even fit in this exhibit. What do we have here?
This rocket is a German V-2 developed during World War II and was used as a test bed for a lot of future rocketry in the 50s onward.
Thanks, baby. Right here is the Space Hall. where you can see all the different types of rockets developed for commercial and military flight. They're currently renovating the National Air and Space Museum, and this is what it will look like. We're going inside the Skylab. This is the shower. It's interesting. That's a food serving tray.
Oh, they're eating
Food
that's
storage.
a shower.
Yeah, collapsible. Interesting. Nice food here. Ice cream. Switching gears completely, it's time to check out where laws get made with a free tour of the Capitol building. The U.S. Capitol's design was selected by President George Washington in 1793 and is now one of the most architecturally symbolic buildings in the world. So who makes laws here at the Capitol building? Well, there's two chambers. First is the Senate, represented by 2 people per state. These people include
sustain a business model in which users don't pay for your service.
Senator, we run ads.
and the House of Representatives, which includes 435 representatives based on population, including this woman.
And God bless America. Thank you very much.
We're taking a tour of the U.S. Capitol. Going in here, it's open from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. You got to make a reservation online. We're about to take the Capitol Visitor Center tour. Woo! U.S. Capitol. We enter the rotunda, the large domed circular room that's 96 feet in diameter. We are inside the rotunda. It is huge, dizzying, big and round. What do you think of it? If you like these views as much as we do, hit the thumbs up button down below. So in the center is George Washington. So this right here is a frieze of the American history. And right here is the American Gold Rush. So these are scenes of the American Revolution, Declaration of Independence, and some of the other battles. This painting is of General Washington giving his resignation as a general and to give the people the power. Now we pass through a series of seemingly endless underground tunnels that reach one of the most impressive buildings. This is the Library of Congress. Very elegant. Building is so heavenly. Look at the ceiling. Love the marble. These are all collections of books from Thomas Jefferson. The green bookmark indicates it's from Jefferson. They're all original. So here's some books in French. These are from Jefferson's collection. Some books on philosophical works and an opera, because he spoke French. We are in the Library of Congress, which is part of the Congress building, and this exhibit is talking about women's suffrage movement. So traditionally, we the people meant adult males who owned land, and they had to be white. And this exhibit talks about how women got the right to vote, which was really challenging. The women's movement still is not done here in America. The exhibit is on Rosa Parks, and right here is her paternal grandfather. Rosa Parks' grandfather is Irish and Cherokee.
It's amazing.
BP.
It's really interesting, especially Jefferson's original books.
So we just exited the Capitol building tour. They did not take us into the chambers. That's only during the week. So be sure to do that on your trip. Schedule in advance. Then we took a tunnel underground and it went to the Library of Congress, which was really cool and magical. If you're loving this tour of DC so far, hit the like button and subscribe down below. So this is the Supreme Court building. Walking up the steps of the Supreme Court. This building is very imposing. Wow. Oh, the sun is shining right through the Capitol. This building is so beautiful. Look at all of this marble. It's gorgeous. And the best part is the view. At around 5:30, almost all the museums are closed, so it's time to check out Georgetown, which is a great area for shopping and restaurants. Georgetown is only about a 10 or 15-minute drive from the Capitol and includes a beautiful cafe called Cafe Georgetown. After dark, many of the monuments are beautifully lit up at night. And on that note, it's time for us to say goodbye to beautiful DC. We hope you get a chance to visit very soon. The city is filled with so many magnificent monuments and free museums. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button, share with your friends, and subscribe for many more travel videos every Travel Tuesday.